What's going on, guys? Stay focused here live in Tampa, Florida. Today we're going up to random strangers, ask them a few questions about their mental health and how they stay focused throughout the day. So come along.
Sit up, Danny.
Here's where you at.
Alright guys, so I'm here with Owen, with Caleb, with Will from Buffalo, with Jay and Leslie. Just gonna ask him a few questions about how he stays focused throughout the day. So Owen, first question, how do you stay focused? Do you have a certain routine that you do to get you prepared for the day?
Well, I kind of just, you have your goals, so you kind of just focus on those, but also it's nice to have like maybe some music or a nice location you like to study or whatever. Just, it's all about the mindset too. So that's like the main thing for me especially.
How do you stay focused? Do you have a certain routine that gets you prepared for the day?
Yes, 100%. I'm very type A, so I plan out my day, my week, my month. I have everything on a list, either written down in notes or in my phone, and I check off the list as I go. I pretty much know everything that I'm doing from the time I wake up to when I go to bed.
I take a cold shower in the morning.
Just getting up out of bed.
So next question, what do you do to push past those challenges whenever they pop up? How do you stay motivated to really keep going?
Probably just thinking about how I'll feel at the end of it, because no matter what, you always feel good at the end. So that's always something to look forward to. But yeah, that's like the main thing. Of course, you got to push through some stuff, but...
Say you have a challenge coming your way. What do you do to really push through that and get over that barrier?
I mostly meditate and kind of like self-center before I go about facing any challenge, because then I go about finding how I feel and what I'm thinking, and then how I want to handle the challenge.
I just go right to the basics. I try not to make it complicated. Simplify it as much as possible.
Next question for you. Would you rather money or happiness? Money or happiness? Money or happiness?
Happiness, for sure.
Happiness.
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 Happiness, why?
It's a better way to spend your time.
Because I feel like being in a good headspace, making you happy, then that's what leads to the money.
What's the point of money if you're not happy?
So a long time ago, I realized that money meant nothing. And this is going to be the strangest example, but I was taking an accounting class and I was at the top of that class, but I hated it. And my professor was trying to get me to switch to accounting. And I realized that no amount of money that somebody could pay me to do accounting was going to make me do accounting, because I hated it and I was miserable. And I just always remembered that it's really important to want to wake up in the morning. So it's important to prioritize your happiness over money.
All right, last question, Owen. Last question here. Last question for you, and the last question here. What's your biggest piece of advice for people out there that's struggling to stay focused?
You just need to simplify. Try not to make it too complicated. Don't overthink. It's usually much more simple than it is.
What's the biggest piece of advice you would give to someone who is struggling to stay focused?
You got to push through stuff. Everyone goes through it. So again, think about that end goal. Think about how you'll feel at the end of it. And you got to try to stay hungry, having an appetite, a lot of new stuff. Like last year, I was a freshman, so I was kind of new to this stuff. So there's always challenges. So you just got to get used to it. And I think to anyone out there, I just stay hungry, hungry for opportunities and, knowledge, or just, like I said, opportunities.
Find out the reason why they are not focused before you could even... You got to be able to answer that question, because if you can't answer that question, then how are you even going to be able to find the resolution to, whatever the problem is? Then go back to sitting with yourself, like meditating and just sitting in silence. People hate it, but you got to sit with your thoughts, negative or positive. And that's the only way you're able to kind of like answer those tough questions that we literally go about avoiding.
Right.
Like, we literally go about avoiding, so.
Well, Owen, I appreciate it, man. Thank you for taking the time to answer these questions. I appreciate it. Thank you for taking the time. Caleb, I appreciate it. Thank you for taking the time, man.